Oh, we started?
Hello. Oh, yeah, we started. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Games on Fast Forward. We got an amazing run up ahead. A retro classic. Is it even retro? But whatever. We got a classic game, Super Punch Out, run by SebastianImage, one of the best runners for Punch Out. You do not want to miss this. And joining Sebastian and commentary, we got Gamer Attack, another Punch Out runner.
Hello. We're basically the same skill levels. PB's 0.2 better than mine.
Yeah, and he has like one more task type than I do.
So it's even.
Yeah, we're even.
Oh, Sebastian, are you sharing game? Because actually, I can hear audio, yeah. Right.
You can? Yeah.
Yep. But yeah, let's go. You guys do introductions and stuff, and tell me when timer starts.
Alright, so timer starts when I press start here.
Oh, conveniently,
And,
Sebastian has named this save file like GoFF 2025.
Yeah. Similar to what I did last year.
Yeah.
So, are we ready?
Yep. I'm ready.
Okay. Okay, yeah. 3, 2, 1, go.
Okay, so a few of the game's like most important mechanics when it comes to spearrunning will be shown here. First is guard manipulation, where he waits a little bit to do this first punch, so he lets his guard down. And okay, this is a lot to explain. So first he paused like the game there to build up the super meter. Oh, nice timer. He paused the game to build up the super meter there while like it was paused, so we could just let out that super punch immediately. And that animation that Gabby just did that's called Dizzy. In this game, there's a hidden Dizzy meter, and as you punch and like counter your opponents, the Dizzy meter goes up. And when it gets all the way to max, you can do that Dizzy animation and hit him for an instant knockout, or knockdown or knockout in that case. Okay, so there's multiple different ways you can do bear hugger. In this strategy, Sebastian does an upward punch to bait a bear hug and then duck it. And then counter that, and then he counters some of these strides here. And yeah, that's definitely there's a faster stride you can do, but that's the much safer one. And
Yeah, this is more consistent. And with no reset runs like this, you want consistency.
yeah. Okay, so oh wow, so Sebastian tried to set up an uppercut there to hit bear immediately. It's a 1 in 4 chance that that connects, and he managed to hit. So that's really nice. You'll see Sebastian. You'll see Sebastian like throw like punches even though like they're not hitting the boxer, like the boxer's like far away. Those are called buffer strategies, and he does that usually to like set up for like dizzies and stuff, but also just like set up super punches like the one there. It just helps setting up those punches so you don't have to time them manually and lose any frames. Okay, so Pistons, the easiest fight. You just do guard manipulation at the start there, and then
Yeah, what'd you have for lunch, gamer?
what did I have for lunch? I actually didn't have lunch today. The closest, I mean, I can tell you what I had for breakfast. I had waffles for breakfast. That was really good.
Oh.
I didn't have lunch.
Oh,
So yeah, and then phase 2 is as easy as it comes. You just buffer a punch and knock him down there.
By the way, if you do want donations, I do have a couple ready, so just call me out.
All right, yeah, you can just read them off here, I think.
Oh, right here? Gotcha. Alright, we got $6.9 from Not Tails. I wonder who that is. And he says,
Okay.
Task Gabby or Gay? Did you get Task Gabby?
No, he did not.
No, I did not.
Alright, then Gay.
Okay, so we're going into another fight here. So in this fight, Ball, counter punches are very important. Like what he just did there. He pauses again to fill the super mirror. Those counter punches up his dizzy meter a lot, which allows you to dizzy him like significantly faster than you normally be able to. Normally you'd have to go like a lot in his pattern in order to dizzy him, but there he's able to do it pretty quickly. Okay, that's super just there. You have to delay your guard manip if you want to buffer it and like have it hit 100% of the time. If you do your guard manipulation, guard manip is guard manipulation, by the way. I'm just using slang. If you do that guard manip within the first 3 frames, he has a chance of dodging it, but if you wait, he won't dodge it. And he just did, and then Ball does the ball charge at the end there, which we use a buffer to hit him, and that knocks him down 1 hit every time.
Alright, another donation from Nomid, $10. Sebastian better get a sub 3.
Oh, okay. Okay, you're setting the bar too high now. The
Okay.
bars like here, like 3x, you're setting it like
So yeah, that was a solid minor circuit. No mistakes really. Okay, so this fight Bob Charlie. This is the first fight that's really like RNG heavy. Bob could dodge like almost every single one of these punches, and thankfully he only gets one dodge there. Hopefully he won't dodge this one. All right, nice. If he dodges like later in that pattern, you have to do like multiple extra punches to dizzy him, and it's just a whole mess.
Yeah, it's you can turn like what could potentially be like a 5 or 6 Bob
And
into like a 20 with him like just like that.
with just a couple dodges, yeah. And that super at the end there, he has a chance. Like he can either just like dance around and dodge it, or just dodge it normally. But like there, it worked out.
Yeah, yeah, and with the backup I used, I was actually able to buffer that high super.
Yeah,
I didn't need to
normally
do any Garmin integration since it intercepted.
in most scenarios, there you have to Garmin up the super, but you didn't have to. Okay, so this strategy for Dragon Chan, there is a faster strategy you can do. It's a slower phase 1, but you could get faster phase 2, but this one's like faster for more patterns. So
yeah,
he does this one here.
It's faster for the short heal and kicks.
Okay, yeah. So he got kicks, which is the worst RNG, but he does a little buffer there to dodge them without losing any time, and they can counter in high super.
Which is actually a little variation I made of a quick Cuppa's buffer, which was made for the PAL version of this game.
Yeah. For context, the PAL version is for European consoles, and then NTSC, which is this version, is American. Oh my god, American consoles.
Yeah.
It's so good.
PAL runs at 50 frames per second, NTSC runs at 60.
Okay, so moving on to Muzzle here, he can randomly block these first 2 punches. He only blocks 1.
Oh
God. He was a little bit too early on that counter.
Oh no!
So we'll have to improv a little bit. He was able to dodge the spit there. If he spits in your eye, you have to dodge a bunch of extra attacks and just loses a bunch of time, but he's able to get through it, thankfully.
Yeah.
So that's a pretty big time loss, but as long as he plays the rest of this well, he should make it out safely. Alright, very solid way of handling that. You might go down after this? I don't know.
And I think, yeah, he's staying down.
Alright, nice. So, a pretty big time loss, but he was able to make it through at least.
Plus 22!
Let's go!
Yeah.
Can I just say, super punch experience are more exciting than actual boxing match?
I mean, I feel like if this was real, though, it'd be very anticlimactic. Because you're expecting, like, a very cinematic boxing match, and the guys just go down in, like, under 15 seconds.
Like this Mr. Sandman fight. Like, imagine just, like, going for a fight that just ends in, like, 15 seconds. And that...
yeah, exactly.
That second left body blow he did was delayed a little bit, because if you just buffer that one, then Sandman will block it, so...
Yeah, he just
We're moving on to the hardest phase here, Sandman phase 2. Very difficult. He actually did 30 frame perfect inputs there. In order to hit that high super. So that quick dodge you just did isn't a buffer, it's a pseudo buffer, which is basically like it's kind of like a buffer
strategy. Yeah, it's a buffer strategy, but you don't buffer all the inputs.
Yeah, like you do like the buffer and then you like wait a few frames and like do the super. That second quick dodge is the super though, that was a buffer. So yeah. Overall, clean. Other than that muscle, this has been a very solid run. No major mistakes and no absolutely abhorrent luck yet.
Yeah. If I get this run perfect, I could get sub 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We will be there. Okay.
Yeah, don't worry.
Aaron Ryan. So, Aaron Ryan is a pretty simple fight. There's no real like RNG that can majorly mess you up by anything. Do this quick dodge buffer into this punch, and for anyone who has a keen eye, you might notice that the dizzies took like in between the dizzy and the super was 0.3 or 0.4, but this time we waste the frame in order so he doesn't dodge that low super because he can sometimes dodge it, and then he cleans that up there. So yeah, very solid.
I feel like if I was a frame faster, I would have gotten 8.88.
Yeah, the 888 or whatever.
Now this run's so dead now. It's so dead. I didn't get 888.
Yeah, basically just wasting a frame actually helps you. Losing time is better, guys. Fun fact.
Wait,
That's why he lost all that time on muscle. It's for RNG minute. Yeah, on that fight.
Yeah.
He missed the frame, so he didn't dodge the super. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay, so this phase, you just do a bunch of left bodies, and then this, and then you shoot a right jab, and then knock it in there. Okay, so this strategy has a name way too long for you to remember it, but it was found by Lexinus. So yeah,
a bunch of eggs and ham and stuff. That's what it's called.
You actually guard manip in mid-phase, which you don't normally do, but you have to do that because the first punch is like buffered in an attack animation. So you guard manip mid-phase, and then buy low twice and then rapids. The strategy for phase 2 used to be like how he did rapids immediately there in phase 3. They used to be the phase 2 strat. You do rapids, and then I think a left jab, and then low super. That was the old strategy.
Yeah.
So that new strat saves like 0.2.
Yeah, and you had to get like a dodge to get like similar times you would get with this strat.
Yeah, like you would need like luck for it to be like you with those strats, so it's a lot better. Okay. Ideally, you want both of those to go through, but having one blocked is still okay. This can still be like a 12-second fight. Yeah, Matt Clown can just like randomly block jabs.
Maybe. Stony time.
Okay. Matt Clown can also do like a little animation, and if you punch while you're in that animation, he'll retaliate like he did at the start of phase 2. So that lost a little bit of time, but it's not a big deal.
No big deal.
And this is one of the few fights where you actually get to see like a Dizzy in like a different phase. That and Heike, those are like the only fights with like Dizzies in phase 2, if I remember correctly. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think so. And that's only, and for Clown, it's like really, and it's usually luck dependent when you see the Dizzy. If you see the Dizzy in phase 2.
So for Macho, Sebastian will buffer a quick duck here and then a left punch. He can either block or take the left punch. Oh, that's another thing he could do. That's so rare that I didn't even mention it. Because Macho can dance, but he danced twice there. So that's just really unfortunate.
I knew I should have done the double dance thing. So there's a different strat you can do. That's slightly slower, but it actually like prevents double dance from killing your run like that.
Yeah, like it compensates for it, but like that's so rare that I don't really blame him for that.
How rare is
Macho's
that?
Doing what?
The double dance. How rare is it? I don't know.
1 in 64.
Oh, okay. I thought it was that, but I wasn't sure. If you were looking, Macho's doing like it. You can see like on the text box to the right, it says like exercise program C or exercise program B. He can randomly do that. Like there's sequences in the fight where he can randomly do them or just like not do them. And if he does them, you have to like dodge the punches and then only then you can punch him after. So yeah. Considering the circumstances, that was actually a pretty solid fight.
Yeah. Definitely could have gone a lot worse. I'm surprised I didn't even get hit.
Also, sorry if I'm leaving a lot of things like unexplained in the commentary. There's just so many things happening, and while I'm explaining things, new things are happening, so it's kind of just hard to...
Yeah,
it's just...
This run is probably one of the best speedruns of all time because of the high skill ceiling.
Yeah, that's true. That's true, yeah.
I cannot believe I just made that joke.
Even without the inside joke, that's like... I mean, not really the high skill ceiling thing, but like... It is a pretty good speed game. Okay. So Narcissus, this is a really stupid fight. That's a lot of RNG. Actually getting a rather favorable pattern here. That's like one of the best patterns you can get. So Narcissus retaliate at the start, which you can block and then counter with a couple punches. And then during his angry phase, you did right jabs, which you can counter those. And then you can do rapids after, which usually doesn't take them all, but if he does, you can just finish up the fight really quick. And that led to a 9-second Narcissus, which is very good.
Heart attack Narcissus!
That's some inside joke. I actually don't get it, unfortunately. But.
So basically, did you see how like he got up and just like instantly went back down?
Oh, that's what that is. Okay.
Yeah. It's him having a heart attack.
I remember they used to talk about it in the tournament. I kind of forgot what it was though. Okay, Hoy, this fight also has a lot of RNG. Hopefully we get a favorable pattern here too. He dodged the first punch, but that's okay. He's doing a little bit of a backup here. And that actually worked out pretty well.
Alright, let's see how phase goes.
Sebastian will do 2 high supers at the start of this phase. He can either take or dodge both of them. We'll see what happens. And he dodged both of them. That's fantastic. and then he'll Garmin it, and then do one more high super here, or low super,
I think it's
depending on what
probably
his
gonna
build
be
is. Oh no, high super. You know, only more than that actually. But he was able to just counter and finish it off. So considering the RNG, that's a pretty solid time.
Right. Considering the circumstance, definitely could have been worse.
Okay. So Rick Bruiser, this fight is pretty tame in comparison to the rest of the special circuit, except phase 3, which we'll get into when we get there.
Yeah.
You can. Okay, so Sebastian opts to dodge that punch. You can either quick dodge and delay the right punch, or block and buffer the right punch. It just block is a little bit safer, but they both work.
Yeah, and if you block, you can actually buffer the right jab.
Yeah.
And downside is that there's these frames, so people opt to dodge.
And then they're a tap dodge into the right body blow buffers. Okay. So that uppercut you just went for, he has a 5 1/8 chance of taking it, a 3 1/8 chance of dodging it, and then.
Did you notice I did your backup?
Little backup there. Yeah. During the tournament, I was just like messing around. I found just like dodging that way, just completely dodge those punches. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, okay. I normally don't do that backup.
So moving on to Nick Bruiser. Sebastian will go for a counter at the start here, and if he hits that counter, it'll kind of, like, depending on if he hits it or not, will kind of dictate how this fight goes. He hits it, nice. So you can react to that counter, but on non-original hardware, it's like really hard to because of the input delay. So a lot of runners will just quick dodge into a right jab and just assume it goes high because it's faster if Nick goes high than if he goes low. But he was able to hit it there, so that's nice. Okay. If he didn't dodge that one at the end there, that would have been a 9-second Nick. Oh my goodness, he keeps dodging these. That would have been a 9-second Nick, which is the fabled Nick time in the community. That first punch, he can either take it, and then you do another counter, or you can block it, and then you dodge out of the way and then super, and hope the next super hits. But
I'm assuming time is coming up soon. Just tell me when.
Yeah. Time ends when this knockout.
When he's.
Oh. Just call it out.
Time.
1619 RTA. That is pretty insane. I'm not even gonna lie. Resident was 25.
That's goated.
I knew it was gonna be faster than that.
Thanks for clawing, Sebastian. Your efforts are greatly appreciated.
Yeah.
No problem.
Wait, are we? Wait, hold on.
Again, sorry for the scuffed commentary. It's just, like I said, it's just kind of hard.
Yeah, this game's not very easy to commentate.
It's hard to cover all the bases.
Yeah.
As you can tell, every fight in this game is like you can tell from the PB splits, every fight in this game could be beaten in under like 15 seconds.
Yeah, but I hope I was able to cover the bases well enough to where you weren't just totally lost by the end of it.
Yeah, it's just like, huh? What? Can you repeat that?
Anyways, yeah.
Wait, what? Repeat what? What happened?
No, it was good.
Okay, never mind. My bad. I thought it was something I said. That's why I was confused.
I think Radiance has a domination for us. Let's see. Refreshing the page. Wait, it takes a while. Because for those of you who don't know, I'm actually running this entire stream on a VPN because I live in Korea and there's shenanigans going on with Twitch in Korea. That's how the vault is actually saving.
Huge shouts to Mark for just being a goat and running this event.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Despite
this
all
event
the
probably wouldn't have been possible if it weren't for him.
Alright, but
yeah, because the previous owner.
Alright, go ahead.
The previous owner of the event just has a lot of life stuff going on, so it was kind of hard to schedule a time, but thankfully Mark was able to take it upon himself to bring this to us.
Alright, but is there anything else you want to say / do before we wrap it up? That was a quick run, by the way. I'm just want to say. No?
Do I?
You can do one quick cube solve if Rubik's cube solve if you really want to.
Oh yeah, I could if I really wanted to.
Alright.
Sure, worth the time.
Yeah. I'll time for you. On my timer, my RTA timer.
I just pulled out my timer.
Oh.
I think
ignore the fucking Dr. Pepper.
Quincy's run is after this, right? I think I'm gonna be on comms for that. I can DM him real quick.
Gotcha. All right, Sebastian, you ready? Oh, you didn't even say time. Oh, okay, you gotta mix it up. I forgot. Alright, tell me when you're ready. Are you still me? Oh, no. Ready?
3, 2, 1, start.
Okay, yeah, Quincy wants me on comms. So, oh, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's fine.
I'm gonna, once Sebastian's done with his solve, I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
So I might be like a couple of minutes late, but
Time.
Done.
1734 on my RT timer, but that is a bit of human error. Yeah, 1767. Alright, GG's everyone. GG's for the Rubik's Cube and the Super Pungent run. But yeah. Yeah. Goodbye, Gamer. Goodbye, Sebastian. And Gamer actually.
Goodbye.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm gonna be back.
Yeah, I was about to say that as well. But yeah.
I'm gonna stay in the VC. I'm just gonna go to the bathroom real quick. Hopefully, I'll be back before once it gets too far in his run. I mean, I'll only be gone for a couple minutes.
Yeah. Alright. See you, chat. In a bit.